on the thirsty ground, carve their way to where the wild and rushing river can be found. Like the rains, I have been carried here to where the river flows. My heart is racing and my knees are weak as I walk to the edge. I know there is no turning back once my feet have left the ledge. And in the rush, I hear a voice telling me it's time to take the leap of faith. So here I go, I'm diving in, I'm going deep. In over my head, I wanna be caught in the rush, lost in the flow. In over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in.
A supernatural power, and this mighty river's flow. It can bring the dead to life. It can fill an empty soul. Give a heart the only thing worth living and worth dying for. We will never know the awesome power of the grace of God till we let ourselves get swept away into this holy flood. If you'll take my hand, we'll close our eyes and count to 3 and take the leap of faith. Come on, let's go. I'm diving in, I'm going deep. In over my head, I wanna be caught in the rush, lost in the flow. In over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in. Lost in the flow, in over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in, I'm diving in, I'm going deep. In over my head, I wanna be caught in the rush, lost in the flow. In over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim, I'm diving in. Sink or swim, I'm diving in. Sink or swim, I'm diving in.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Mike Carter Field. We're in Tyler, Texas for game number 2 of a 3-game series between the Murray State Aggies and the Tyler Junior College Apaches. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play today. We did not get here in time to do the pregame interviews with both coaches, so we won't have the normal pregame discussion with the coaches, but the Murray State Aggies are 15-12 on the season. They are 5-5 in their last 10, 4-1 in their last 5. Of course, lost last night to these Apaches by a score of 4-0. And they have not started conference play. They're just a few days from starting their conference play up in Oklahoma. They're led by head coach Sam Borling. And Coach Borling will lead the Aggies to conference play Thursday of this week. And they will open up against Northern Oklahoma from Tonkawa. Talk about that as the broadcast progresses. Let's go through the starting lineups for the Aggies and the Apaches as we get ready to start this one. For the visiting Aggies, they are 15-12 on the year, and they're led by head coach Sam Borling. Here's the lineup that Coach Borling has put on his lineup card today. Leading off is the center fielder, Garrig Octavio. Batting second, the second baseman, Mason Brinkley. Brinkley now among the leaders in Region 2 in batting average with .461 average coming down to Tyler. Austin Garrett is the DH. He'll bat third. He's actually fourth in Region 14 in home runs with 6. A couple of the offensive leaders in the Region 2 region in the NJCAA. Austin Garrett with 6 home runs as the DH in the 3 spot. Jake Gray is the catcher. He'll bat cleanup. The third baseman is Jonathan Brandon. Brandon actually is ranked 4th in Region 2 stolen bases with 13 coming into the weekend. Matt McElwain will play left field and bat 6th. Wyatt Marr is the first baseman. He'll bat 7th. Chris Lopez is the right fielder. He'll bat 8th. And the shortstop is Cody Norris. On the mound for the Aggies, Cole Shinsky, left-hander from Butler, Pennsylvania. For the Apaches, they come into this ballgame having won the last 5 games in a row. They're 25-6 on the season. They have not started conference and won't play Coastal for another 24 days. So we got still plenty of time for the Apaches to gather their footing, if you will. But they're on a roll right now, 9-1 in their last 10 ball games. And they're led by 10th-year head coach Doug Wren. Coach Wren, here's the lineup that he has sent up to the press box today. In game 1 of the doubleheader, leading off is the third baseman, Ty Meisner. Batting second is the right fielder, Heath Hood. Batting third, the second baseman, Eric Owen. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Michael Morissette. Batting fifth for the Apaches, the designated hitter, Miguel Vega. Batting sixth, left fielder, Seth Ballinger. Batting seventh is the center fielder, Ben Zagelski. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Bryce Coveney. And batting ninth for Coach Red and the Apaches, the catcher, Cade Watson. On the mound for the Apaches, right-handed freshman from Hallsville, Cooper Rawls. So there's your lineups, your starting 9 for both clubs. Coach Borling and Coach Wren going to meet at home plate right now with a 3-man umpiring crew today. Kind of a warm and a bit muggy day today. We've got 70 degrees at game time. Humidity is at 70%, and you can feel it. We've had some moisture in the air the last couple of days. A little bit of rain went through the area yesterday morning, and since then we've had that humid air hanging around here in East Texas. South-southwesterly wind at 11 miles an hour.
It's the lineup for today. That's the lineup for today. Accident situation.
Okay, so let's take a little break. We got to switch our lineup. Back in a minute. All right, a little bit of change to the Apache lineup here. As I think it's the only difference really is Jacob Johnson will actually be in center field. So we'll get you the lineups fixed here as the Apaches come to the plate. Let's go back through the Murray State Aggie lineup. We went over that a minute ago, but some of you may just be joining us on the air. The Aggies are led by Sam Borling. He's their head coach, and their current record is 15-12 as we go into play today. Leading off in center field is Garrick Octavio, batting second, the second baseman Mason Brinkley. Batting third, the DH, Austin Garrett. Batting fourth, catcher Jake Gray. Batting fifth is the third baseman Jonathan Brandon. Batting sixth, left fielder Matt McElwain. Batting seventh is the first baseman Wyatt Marr. Batting eighth, the right fielder Chris Lopez. Batting ninth is the shortstop Cody Norris. On the mound for the Aggies, Cole Shinsky. Defensively for Tyler Junior College, you got Seth Ballinger out in left field, Jacob Johnson in center. Heath Hood is out in right field. Ty Meisner at third, Bryce Coveney at short, Eric Owen at second, Michael Morissette at first, Cade Watson behind the plate, and on the mound for the Apaches, 6'1" and 195, right-handed freshman from Hallsville, Texas, and that is not a right-handed freshman. Left-handed freshman. Cooper Walls, 4-1 on the year with a 0.90 ERA. Okay, so that he pitched yesterday. Who is that? Huh? Grigsby is the pitcher. Okay, I was given the wrong lineup here a minute ago. So Christian Grigsby is the pitcher. Okay, so let's pull up some numbers for Grigsby. Christian Grigsby on the year is 2-0 with a 3.97 ERA. For Grigsby, appearance number 9 of the year. This is his 6th start of the season. 22 2/3 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and 11 walks for Christian Grigsby, the starting pitcher for today. And we are just moments from first pitch. Glad you're with us. Dr. John Groth on the play-by-play. Garrick Octavio will lead it off for the Murray State Aggies. These two teams played last night. It was a 4-0 win for Tyler Junior College. The win took the Apaches to a record of 25-6. And here's the first pitch. In there, strike one at 102. So we are underway. First game of 7, is that correct? 7 and 9 today? Is that what we're doing? All right, so first game's a short one. Important for both clubs to get out early. Next pitch popped up. Shallow left field. And Coveney drifting back, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down. Perfect game still intact for Christian Grigsby. Here's Mason Brinkley now. Currently ranked 3rd in the Region 2 batting average. .461 coming into the weekend. Murray State is a Division II college in Oklahoma. We'll go through their region and the teams in their region, how they're doing so far a little later in the broadcast, but they have not started conference play. None of the teams up there have played each other. They will start this week. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just getting started here. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. Kind of an overcast, muggy day. Game time temperature 70 degrees. South-southwesterly breeze at 11 miles an hour. That's going to kind of blow across this field from right corner to left corner. Flag's not doing much right now, just kind of fluttering. Mike Carter Field, 325 down the lines, 361 in the gaps, 370 straight away. 2-1 pitch. Brinkley tried to flick his right elbow at that pitch, and pitch missed, and it's 2-2. Aggies wearing the all grays today. And that's going to miss off the plate. It's a full count. Got the blue lettering across the chest and the blue piping down the side of the pants. Gray ball caps with the blue bills. Apache's wearing their black tops today. The Apache on the front in white lettering. Actually, white outline, black lettering, and the white trim around the neck and the sleeves, and the white pants with the kind of a, I don't know, a football look to the pants. They got the striping down the side to the knees. Got the black stirrups on, black ball caps. 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight into the net. We'll do it again. Game number 32 for the Apaches. Game number 28 for the Murray State Aggies. Fouled straight back into the net again. Brinkley, pretty good cuts right here. Got a left-on-left matchup. Both 1 and 2 batters for the Aggies step in from that left side, facing Grigsby, the lefty. Another foul ball as Grigsby pounding inside fastballs to Brinkley. Ground ball. This is going to be Coveney. Fields it, throws it, 2 outs. So Bryce Coveney's made both plays so far. That will bring up the 3-hitter. Austin Garrett, who is among the leaders in Region 2 in home runs. He's got 6 coming into the weekend. He's the DH, and he'll bat third. 2 outs, nobody aboard. First pitch in there, strike 1. Ground ball to third, and that's booted by Meisner. And I don't know, I'm going to call it an error. Ball was hit right at Ty Meisner and couldn't field it cleanly. So Garrett is aboard with 2 away, and here's Jake Gray, the catcher. And the Aggies actually just noticed they got the blue stirrups with the white and red striping on it. Guys that are wearing their pants up today are showing off the stripes. First pitch in there, strike 1 to catcher Jake Gray. Christian Grigsby, 5'11", 165. Left-handed sophomore from League City. Quickly 0-2 on cleanup hitter Jake Gray. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grigsby from the stretch. 1-2 delivery, fouled off to the right side. He's going to head over toward the Firemen's Training Center that's just adjacent to the ballpark. Part of the Rose City complex here, Mike Carter Field. 4 venues here. Actually more than that, but right next to the Rose Garden, right next to the football stadium, Christus Trinity Mother Francis Football Stadium. Harvey Convention Center, and they actually host the East Texas Fair right here in the Rose City complex every fall. So it's fairgrounds as well. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And that'll end the inning. So Christian Grigsby works around that miscue by Ty Meisner. And no runs, no hits, and 1 error, 1 left on. Murray State cannot score in their half of the first. And let's keep you right here and go through the Apache lineup as we get you ready for them to take their swings against Kolshinsky. Leading off for the Apaches is the third baseman, Ty Meisner. Batting second, right fielder Heath Hood. Batting third is the second baseman, Eric Owen. Batting cleanup, first baseman, Michael Morissette. Batting fifth, the DH, Miguel Vega. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Jacob Johnson. Batting 7th, shortstop Bryce Coveney. Batting 8th is the catcher Cade Watson. And batting 9th for the Apaches, left fielder Seth Ballinger. Defensively for the Aggies, Matt McElwain in left, Garrig Octavio in center, Chris Lopez in right, Jonathan Brandon at third, Cody Norris at short, Mason Brinkley at second, Wyatt Marr at first, Jake Gray behind the plate, and on the mound, the left-handed sophomore from Butler, Pennsylvania, an Ohio University transfer, 6'5" and 230, Cole Shinsky. Cole Shinsky is 2-2 on the year with a 4.44 ERA. This is Shinsky's 7th appearance on the mound for the Aggies, his 3rd start of the year. In his previous 6 appearances, he has thrown 26 1/3 innings. He has struck out 9 batters and walked 8. Left-handed sophomore from Butler, Pennsylvania, Cole Shinsky, on the mound for the Murray State Aggies. And here's Ty Meisner for the first time today.
Now batting, third baseman, number 2, Ty Meisner.
All right, we've heard from Mr. Shepard. Appreciate you checking in. Love to hear from you if you want to send us a quick note on the live chat feature on YouTube. Give you a little shout out on the air. Love to know who you're rooting for and where you're watching from. Hopefully you have some Aggie fans on the air watching the ball game. First pitch to Meisner's in there, strike 1. Breaking pitch that misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meisner, Hood, and Owen scheduled to hit for the Apaches. Pitch is going to miss low. 2-1. It looks like Coach Hunter's gone sleeveless today with the short sleeve pullover. Untucked look today. Coach Abney got the 3/4 sleeves, I think. He's got his arm folded at the moment. He's down there talking to Mr. Umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Meisner. Big left-hander, Cole Shinsky. Fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. He's a transfer from Ohio University, which is in Athens, Ohio. Next 2-2 delivery, there's a little tapper to short. And this is Norris, throws high. And boy, I don't know. It's an error on somebody. I don't know if it should have been caught or not. We don't have the greatest angle here. Looked like, to me, the first baseman might have stretched a little too early. I'm going to give it an E3. So both teams have committed an error in the first inning, and that will allow Meisner aboard. Here's Heath Hood. 1 on and no outs. Meisner taking his lead at first, and Hood takes a rip and misses, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little tapper foul. Aggies in the third base dugout, as the visitors always are when the Apaches play here. Apaches in the first base dugout. Artificial turf all the way around the ballpark and in the bullpens. Turf was put in 3 years ago. Sure does save on the field maintenance for the coaches and players, and no need for the tarp anymore. I don't know if any rain fell at Mike Carter yesterday, but there was definitely rain in East Texas yesterday morning, some of it kind of heavy, especially north of I-20 in the Lindale area, kind of moved through. Since then, it's just been muggy. Kind of sticky feel to today's ball game. Don't have a whole lot of sun right now, but it is warm. 0-2 the count, the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heath Hood, the right fielder, getting his first plate appearance of the day. Playing a 7 and a 9 today. This first ball game will be a 7. Kolshinsky has a sign. Here's the pitch. Popped out of play to the right side. We'll do it again. All right, Dave and Beverly Bouguet watching from Colorado. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday afternoon watching some Apache baseball. Probably not quite as warm up that way. 1-2 off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we've heard from Mr. Hernandez. Not sure I know the nickname Ish. Swing and a miss. Got him. Boy, that ball looked like it had a little drop to it. Heath Hood, first strikeout victim for Kolshinsky. 1 out. Meisner still at first. Here's Eric Owen for the first time. I appreciate Mr. Hernandez checking in. Love to hear from as many of you as possible. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. So with 1 away, interesting line score on the scoreboard right now. 0-0-1 for both teams. No runs, no hits. Both teams have 1 error. First pitch, that was almost a balk. And ball 1. Kolshinsky, the left-hander, got to come to that discernible pause when you come to the set position. Big leg kick there. There goes the runner. Boy, that was a very late jump. That might have been hit and run. The way that Meisner got the jump there, it kind of told me it was probably hit and run. He did not leave until he was sure that ball was coming to the plate, and you're not going to steal second with that kind of jump. But you are going to make sure the ball's going to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pretty good lead by Meisner here. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. Apaches, after today, will travel to Henderson State on Wednesday. That's their next ball games. This Aggie team will have a game tomorrow at home against Grayson. They call their field the Ranch, back in Tishomingo, Oklahoma, about 3 hours and 17 minutes from Tyler, 183 miles north. Couple of pickoffs, going to try to keep Meisner close here with 2-1 count. It's another good hit and run count. Might think about doing that again. Owen steps in. There he goes, and it probably was another. That looked to be a little better jump by Meisner, so that might have been in the middle. That was a hit and run, a run and hit. Something was on there. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Tapper off of the foot of Eric Owen. Yesterday's ball game, the Apaches, it was a 0-0 game until the bottom of the third. The Apaches struck first. Actually, they shut them out. So they scored 3 in the third inning and 1 in the fourth, and that was it. Really a pitcher's duel yesterday. So 4-0 was the final. Apache scored 4 runs on 10 hits. The Aggies in yesterday's game, no runs on 6 hits. Both teams left 9 runners on board. In yesterday's 4-0 win for the Apaches. They're 25th of the year. But not a lot of offense in the early going. Pop up right field. Coming in is Lopez. He's got room. Makes the catch. So an F9 if you're scoring at the house. And that will bring up cleanup hitter Michael Morissette. First baseman for the Apaches.
19, Morrison.
Yeah, you probably think Meister's going to try to get to second at some point. First pitch misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Got the left-on-left matchup here with Morrison at the plate. Apaches with 3 lefties in their lineup. Morissette, Johnson, and Ballinger. Shinsky continuing just to keep Meisner close to first. He led the inning off. His first baseman dropped the ball on a routine grounder. So he was safe, and a strikeout of Hood and a fly ball by Owen to right field. That's where we stand now. Morissette with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Way out in front, ball gets away from Gray behind the plate. Down to second goes Meisner. That'll be a wild pitch. And it's 1-2 on Morissette. Well, now you have the first runner in scoring position for the Apaches. See if Morissette can find a way to drive in Meisner here and give the Apaches the early lead. The pitch, strike 3 called, and Morissette doesn't like it. But Mr. Umpire has the definitive opinion on that one. And that'll end it. Second strikeout, for Cole Shinsky. And both pitchers allow 1 base runner via the error, but they both are stranded, and we're still scoreless. 0-0 as we go to the second inning. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you. And 5, 6, and 7 will come to the plate for the Murray State Aggies. Jonathan Brandon, Matt McElwain, and Wyatt Marr. Scheduled to hit against Christian Grigsby. Look out, hit the ball. Ball got away from him. Wasn't even catchable. Ball 1. Brandon, a sophomore from Bossier City. Went to Airline High School over there in Bossier. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's currently 4th in steals in the region. Got 13 stolen bases coming into the weekend. Among the leaders in the Division II Region 2. So Oklahoma schools. Here's the 2-1. Off the plate, 3-1. Three-one pitch, pretty good swing at that one. Fouls it back off to the right side. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the second. We're playing 7 here in the opener. Second ball game of the doubleheader will be a 9. 3-2. Boy, just missed. Not by much. Maybe a little low. First walk of the day for Christian Grigsby. Here's Matt McElwain, left fielder for the Aggies. They're going to show bunt early and pull back for ball 1. Well, I know that the number system is supposed to prevent sign stealing. There goes the runner. Boy, not close. Grigsby was visibly distracted when he saw the runner take off. You could tell his attention was not toward the plate, and where he threw that ball certainly reflected that. So I don't think you can assume anything there. I'm going to give him a stolen base. Can't assume that he's going to get thrown out. So 2-0 pitch. There is the bunt, and it's going to roll. You pick it up and throw it. Boy, nice play by Meisner. Well, he got rid of that in a heartbeat. It had maybe a slight chance to roll foul, but Meisner decided to go ahead and take the out. Made a great play. That's going to work as a sacrifice. And Brandon to third base with 1 out. Here's Wyatt Marr now, the first baseman. Another lefty. So, swing and a miss, left on left matchup here with Grigsby. Strike 1. Grigsby, the sophomore from League City. Going from the windup, the 0-1. Wild pitch gets away, bounces back to third. You flip it home, and you got him. Boy, what an awkward play that was. Patchy's got a good bounce off the brick, and Watson, little underhand or sidearm flip there, and that's why you got to cover home every time. Grigsby was there and just in time, and the runner, I think if he slides, he's safe. And he didn't slide, so he's out. Let's go 2-1 on the caught stealing. Foul ball. And just like that, no runners aboard. And 2 outs. A very favorable situation there for the Aggies to get a run in with runner third and only 1 out. And that ball that skidded off the turf and off of Cade Watson bounced off the brick and came back to Watson. And strike 3, and there's your inning. Well, there you go. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. The walk is thrown out at home on the wild pitch. It bounces back to Cade Watson. And a strikeout of Marr, the second strikeout of the ball game for Christian Grigsby. And we'll head to the bottom half of inning number 2. We're still scoreless. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field on a kind of a muggy, warm day, cloud-covered day, but breeze picking up just a bit now out of the south-southwest, actually blowing across the field from right field foul pole to left field foul pole. Balls that were pulled right down the left field line will get a little bit of a nudge today. 5, 6, and 7 as the 131 coming through right on time. Train tracks right behind the right field wall. 18-foot high wall all the way around this ballpark. First pitch to Vega, misses inside, ball 1. Vega batting 5th in the lineup here in game 1. Designated hitter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Going from the windup, there's a ground ball to short. This is Cody Norris. Easy throw over, and there's one away. Well, I think it was Norris that threw the ball wildly to when Meisner's at bat. He almost looked like he totally relaxed his arm that time and made a strong throw over to Wyatt Marr for out number 1. Here's Jacob Johnson for the first time. Steps in from that left side. Apache center fielder. First pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. High chopper. This is going to be a tough play. Norris is going to have to get rid of it quickly, and he doesn't. I'm going to give him a hit on that. He had that beat out. High chopper off the bat of Johnson, and I don't know if that's a good throw, even that he's going to be out. So infield single for Jacob Johnson. There goes the no-hitter. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Bryce Coveney. Coveney, the freshman from Katy, his first plate appearance today. Well, the Apaches have gotten a base runner both innings. Both squads have had base runners here in both innings, but we're still scoreless. First pitch misses, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson taking his lead at first. The pitch. Called a strike. 1-1. We have had a nice crowd trickle into the ballpark here on a Sunday afternoon. Actually have a number of folks on the Murray State side of things. Shinsky taking his time here. Finally, he'll step off. That was the old freeze. He was waiting for Coveney to step out of the box, and he never did. Not a bad... It's one of the strategies you can use to control the running game, just to see if they're going to tip their hand. You just commit yourself to not doing anything, coming to that set position and freezing. You wait till somebody does something. Either the batter steps out of the box, and finally Shinsky stepped off the rubber. 2 balls and a strike with 1 away. Shinsky has his sign. Boy, it looked like another hit and run. And looks to me like the strategy early here is to hit and run, because these runners are not getting steal jumps. They're waiting until Shinsky commits to the plate, and you're not going to steal home on a lefty doing it that way. So it tells me that Coach Renz tried to hit and run a couple times here in the early going. Ball's low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second of a scoreless tie. Apaches won yesterday's game 4-0. Again, Johnson with a modest. Now that's a steal break. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Not going to get him. So Johnson steals second. That was a different break. He steals the bag. Coveney swung through strike 3. So there's 2 outs in the inning. That's strikeout number 3 for Cole Shinsky. And that will bring up the catcher, Cade Watson.
Catcher, number 7, Cade Watson.
Watson, his first plate appearance of the day. Sophomore catcher from Nacogdoches. Went to Central Heights High School. Batting 8th today for Coach Wren. Seth Ballinger getting ready to hit. Hoping he gets a chance this inning. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Well, both innings, the Apaches have managed to get a runner in scoring position. Meisner got the second in the first inning, and now it's Jacob Johnson out there with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, Johnson's going to try for third. The throw there is not in time. Pretty good read by Jacob Johnson. You usually don't want to see a close play with 2 outs over there, but he got there in plenty of time. So that'll be a wild pitch. Johnson gets to third now. First time the Apaches have gotten a runner all the way to third, and that will allow Shinsky to go ahead and go from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a high chopper. Third baseman missed it. Shortstop missed it. Everybody's safe, and a run comes in. 1-0 Apaches. I'm going to give an error to that third baseman. Somebody needs to. I don't know if it had gone through, probably would have been a hit. Although I don't know, with Watson running, you may not have gotten a hit there, but they may have a different opinion in that dugout. But seems like somebody should have caught that ball. Either way, the Apaches take a 1-0 lead here in the second inning, and here is Seth Ballinger. Ballinger with his first plate appearance, a redshirt freshman from Carthage. The pitch. Yeah, missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, I saw on Twitter that Seth made a catch at the wall yesterday, I guess. Pretty good play that somehow, I think it might have got on the news. So, in a 4-0 game, it had to be a pretty good play, a big play in the ball game. I think there were base runners on, if I remember, at least one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ballinger. Meisner, the leadoff hitter, waits on deck. You got 2 away. The Apaches have scored 1 run in the inning. Infield single by Johnson. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, and Ballinger now behind 1-2. Johnson stole second, got to third on a wild pitch, and scored on an error by third baseman Jonathan Brandon. It was kind of a chopper that Brandon missed. Cody Norris tried to back him up at short, but he missed it as well. 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner, the throw to first and then to second, and he's going to be out. Watson going first move, gets picked off. That'll go 1 to 3 to 6 on the caught stealing. And that'll end the inning, but the Apaches do get 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left on base. Your new score for Mike Carter as we go to the top of the third inning. The Apaches 1 and the Aggies 0. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Mike Carter Field, the venue. Ballpark built in 1938 as a part of an old WPA project. Renovated in the early 90s. AA lighting here. Got batting cages on both sides. Really a beautiful facility for these Apaches to call home. First pitch is a breaking ball to Chris Lopez. Called a strike. It's 0-1. 8-9-1 for the Murray State Aggies this inning. Lopez, Norris, and then back to the top and Octavio. Another breaking ball that stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christian Grigsby on the mound for the Apaches. Started the inning with 32 pitches. Pop up right field. Heath Hood camping under it and makes the catch for out number 1. F9 if you're scoring at the house. That will bring up the 9-hitter, Cody Norris, the shortstop. Norris steps in for the first time today against Christian Grigsby. Norris, a freshman from Benton, Louisiana. First pitch is in there, called a strike. Fouled straight back. Quickly 0-2 on Cody Norris. Grigsby, the sophomore from League City. 2-0 on the year. Fastball misses look like maybe a cutter or something. 2-0 with a 3.97 ERA. This is his 9th appearance and his 6th start of the year. 22 2/3. 30 strikeouts to just 11 walks for the sophomore from League City. Christian Grigsby. Even at a 2-2 count now to Cody Norris. Going from the windup, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strikeout number 3 for Grigsby. And that will roll the lineup back to the top. Left-handed hitting center fielder Garrig Octavio. Octavio, 280 average on the year. Does have 3 doubles and 11 RBI. Breaking pitch over the heart of the plate, strike 1. 5 of 7 in stolen bases is Octavio. Of course, Brandon led the club with 13 coming in. He actually has number 14 today. Breaking pitch sails wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Apaches. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. In there for a strike. Murray State fans didn't like that one. Mr. Umpire has gone off the plate, righties and lefties, and for both pitchers. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Perfect pitch. And that's strikeout number 4 for Christian Grigsby. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. 2 strikeouts for Grigsby that inning. We'll go to the bottom of 3. The score, Apaches 1, the Murray State Aggies 0. Seth Ballinger will get his first official at bat now as he steps in to lead off the third inning. He was at the plate when Watson got picked off. Statistically, they'll be at a caught stealing 1-3 to 6. So Ballinger will get a clean count here in the third inning. First pitch, he tries to push bunt first base side, and it goes foul. Not a bad idea. Got that second baseman playing in shallow right field. Ideal spot for that is hard past the pitcher. See if you can draw that first baseman off the bag and then beat the pitcher to the bag. Comes a foot race. No balls and 1 strike to Seth Ballinger, left on left matchup. Called a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, the cloud's trying to open up just a bit, a little brighter now. Cole Shinsky started the inning with 41 pitches. Fly ball, shallow left center, and that's going to fall in for a hit. Line drive in the scorebook, but a little bloop on the field here. Either way, Seth Ballinger will take it. 1B7 if you're scoring at the house. Leadoff batter aboard. That's the second time in 3 innings that the Apaches have gotten their leadoff guy on base. And here's the guy that got on base to lead off the ball game for the Apaches, and it's Ty Meisner. Reached on an error by the first baseman his first time up, 0 for 1. First pitch, called a strike on the outside corner. Meisner, 287 on the year. 3 doubles, 1 homer, 20 RBI. Morissette leads the club with 25 RBI. One. Nope. Mr. Umpire is going off the plate for both sides. It's a ball or 2 off the plate. And it's 0-2. Ballinger, pretty healthy lead over there. Boy, he went to the slide step there. And the ball's off the plate, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One nothing Apaches. We're in the bottom of the third of a 7-inning ball game. Murray State's Division II in the NJCAA. Of course, the Apaches Division III. Division II means you can have tuition book and fee scholarships. And I think you can have as many as 24 of those. So basically you can pay for the schooling part of these guys' expenses. You can pay for their tuition books and fees. You cannot pay for the room and meals. That's the definition of Division II. Division I, you can pay the full scholarship. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Apaches back at the top of their lineup. Meisner up there for the second time. Ballinger at first, the pitch. I think that's a pass ball. Catcher just missed it. I don't think it hit the turf before it got to him. I'm going to mark it a pass ball. And Ballinger jogs down to second base. So he's at second now, nobody out. Apaches with an opportunity, made a scratch for another run here. You need Meisner to find a way to move Ballinger to third. 3-2 pitch. Another low one, and it's a walk. So that'll be the first walk of the ball game for Cole Shinsky. You got runners at first and second. Nobody out for Heath Hood. And definitely a bunt situation. And Jake Gray, the catcher, is going to go out in front of the plate and give some bunt signals. Try to make sure the infielders know what they're going to do. And it looks like they're going to get some activity down in the Aggie bullpen. Shinsky started the inning with 41 pitches. And Here's Heath Hood. Hood squared around to bunt. And I guess he pulled back. Boy, it was an awful late pullback there. Almost looked like he offered at it. Pitch was called a ball. We'll see if Coach Wren decides to keep the bunt on. Hood's got to look at his wrist guard twice to make sure he's got it. 1-0 pitch. Moving on the pitch, hit through the left side. Hit and run on, and it worked. So Coach Wren staying with that hit and run idea, and this time it actually works. As Hood's able to put a ball through the hole. 1B7 RBI for Heath Hood. Ballinger scored easily. He was moving on the pitch, as was Meisner. Now you got first and second. Still nobody out. 2-0 Apaches. Here's your three-hitter, Eric Owen. Well, with the big lefter on the mound, sometimes, you've got a guy picked off already. And you may not want a straight double steal, but you may go hit and run. You had two guys moving on that pitch, and Heath Hood handles the bat well enough to knock it through the left side. Bunt, you square around to bunt on pitch number 1, and it's low, ball 1. Well, what this does, it gives you a favorable count if you want to go back to the well here and pull off another hit and run. Meisner at second, Hood at first. 1-0 is the count. He's going to show bunt again, and looked like he offered at it. They're going to call it a strike. I guess he fouled it off. Mr. Umpire did not give a hand signal. Normally on a foul ball, the hands go up and call it a dead ball. So he must have tipped it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Eric Owen. First and second, no one out. Apaches have scored another run here in the third. It's 2-0. Starting pitcher Cole Shinsky from the stretch. Owen squares around, perfect bunt to third, and no one's home. Well, generally what you do, I don't know what kind of bunt defense they got there, but normally you have your third baseman. He's got to take that ball. There's no way the pitcher can make that play. And even if you're not going to get that lead runner there, so the Apaches, Eric Owen is going to get credit for a hit. And the bases are now loaded. Still no one out. And here comes Ryan McLaren, the pitching coach for the Aggies. He's out there going to have a team meeting here. All the infielders, the pitchers, and the catcher. You do have a right-hander throwing in that Aggie bullpen. Apache's opportunity for a crooked number here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and 1 run is already in. Can't quite make out the number down there. I have to look through the netting, batting cage. 28 or 29. Stepping in is Michael Morissette. Morissette, 292 average on the season, 10 doubles, a triple, a homer, 25 RBI to lead the club. Well, if you wanted someone at the plate in an RBI situation, here's your guy. Bases loaded, no one out. Left on left matchup, Cole Shinsky, the pitch, inside ball 1. Shinsky now 56 pitches. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 15 this inning. Still has not retired an Apache. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Apaches 2 runs on 4 hits. And the Aggies no runs on no hits. Shinsky from the windup. Just misses low and away. 2-1. Well, the wind has died down for the moment, blowing across this field from right field corner to left field corner. Shinsky, the windup, the 2-1. High fly ball, right field. Going back is Lopez. He's on the warning track, makes the catch. Everyone goes up 90 feet. And it's 3-0 Apache. Sac fly from Mike Morissette. Well, he does the job. Gets his 26th RBI of the year and moves all the runners up a spot. So, productive inning for the Apaches so far. And here's Miguel Vega. They've added to their 1-0 lead with 2 more runs. It's 3-0, and there's still only 1 out for Vega. Vega grounded out to short his first time up, 0 for 1. On the year, 333 average for the Apache DH. 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 12 RBI. First pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1. Infield is in. 0-1. Misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, yesterday's ball game was a 4-0 Apache win, and noted that the runs were scored early in that game. 3rd and 4th innings. No runs after that by either team. 1-1 pitch, high chopper into left field, base hit. 1 run's coming home. The second run will score easily, and it's 5-0 Apaches. 2 RBI single for Miguel Vega. Well, he kind of topped it, and it hopped way over Jonathan Brandon's head at third base. And the Apaches have scored 4 runs here in the 3rd, and there's still only 1 out. Here's Jacob Johnson. Infield single for Jacob his first time up. Johnson is the 7th batter of the inning. Another left-on-left matchup, and you'd think at some point, although the Apaches just aren't crushing the ball here. Hitting a lot of choppers, and some seeing eye singles have staked them to a 5-0 lead. He had a sacrifice bunt that went for a hit. Heath Hood knocked one through the hole. There's a ground ball. This could be 2, 4, 6, and 3, and out. Boy, Mr. Umpire took a while to think about that. He finally punches him out. Johnson out on the 4-6-3 double play. That's exactly what the Aggies needed there. But the Apaches get 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. They don't leave anybody on. Your new score for Mike Carter as we go to the top of the 4th. TJC 5 and Murray State 0. Well, this is a 7-inning ball game, so you need to jump out early. The Apaches have done so. 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd. 5-0. 2, 3, and 4 for the Aggies. Mason Brinkley will lead it off for Murray State. Christian Grigsby has struck out 4 batters, has walked 1, has not given up a hit. Top of 4, left-on-left matchup. Brinkley against Grigsby. First pitch misses high and inside, ball 1. Brinkley 461 on the year. Got 4 doubles, 2 triples, 21 RBI. Outside corner, strike 1. Austin Garrett leads the Aggies with 29 RBI, and it's Lopez with 28. Brinkley has 21. Check swing, yes he did. Oh my. You better check that. Wrong base, fella. Third base. Sorry. Mr. Umpire at home plate. That was a little brain fart by the umpire. He pointed to first base with the lefty up, and you got three-man umpiring crew, so a little embarrassing moment there for Mr. Umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch. Boy, almost got him. High and tight, a little chin music there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brinkley, among the leaders in his region in hitting. 4th in the region in Oklahoma. Foul ball off to the left side. That's well past where the Avalons parked, and we're good to go there. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are right next to the Tyler Rose Garden, Harvey Convention Center, and Rose Football Stadium. 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss. 3-2. Grigsby has walked 1 Aggie so far and struck out 4. Three-two pitch. Misses it. And it's a leadoff walk. This is exactly what Murray State needs here. They need base runners. So the second walk of the ball game. And here is Austin Garrett, the DH. Reached on an error by Heath Hood back in the first inning. 0 for 1. Garrett, 346 average. First pitch misses, ball 1. 7 doubles, 6 homers, and those 6 homers are also among the leaders in the Region 2 conference. Garrett, as we noted a moment ago, leading the Aggies with 29 RBI. Brinkley at first, Garrett at the plate. Here's the 1-0 from Grigsby, just missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, I want to continue to force the issue here, not try to be too fine. One of the ways that Murray State can get back into this is by drawing the walk. 2-0 pitch. Fly ball right field, shouldn't be a problem for Heath Hood. He's under it, makes the catch. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, catcher Jake Gray. Gray was the first strikeout victim back in the first inning. 0 for 1. On the year, Gray, 276 average. 3 doubles, 1 homer, 16 RBI for the Aggie catcher. Another pickoff attempt. 5-5-1 for the Apaches. 0-0-2 for the Aggies from Murray State. Swing and a miss, just kind of waved at it. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball through the hole. There's the first base hit of the day for Murray State. There goes the no-hitter. 1B7 if you're scoring at the house. And now there's 2 aboard with 1 out. Here's Jonathan Brandon. Brandon with good speed. Stole his 14th base back in the second inning. He walked. Doesn't have an official at bat. 286 average on the year for Brandon. Murray State as a club is hitting .304 on the season. First pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. Nope, called a strike. Mr. Umpire decided to wait a moment and then put that right arm up. 2 on and 1 out. Grigsby from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. And that was solid fastball. And Mr. Umpire has been off the plate for both sides today. Righties and lefties, and both pitchers have gotten that outside strike. So I think the hitters have gotten the memo. Better be hacking up there on that outside pitch. 0-2. Foul tip just out of the glove of Cade Watson. Thought it might have been catcher interference, but the tipping sound I heard was the ball tipping off of Cade Watson's glove. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Brinkley at second, Gray at first. Ground ball right back to Grigsby. He'll go to second for 1, and you get 1 there. Boy, I don't know. A little surprised that Owen took that throw.
Left fielder, number 9. Not going.
Not sure. Normally, you'd think that would have been Coveney's bag, but anyways, they get the runner at second base, so Gray is out on the 1-4. Brinkley goes to third, and you got first and third. Here's Matt McElwain. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Watson. McElwain sacrifice bunt his first time up. On the season, McElwain 333 average. 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, 16 RBI. Well, you need to know what you're doing here, first and third. Line shot to Hopper, and Coveney flips it over to Eric Owen for the final out. 6-4 if you're scoring at the house. So a couple runners, but no runs. It's another 0 on the board for Christian Grigsby. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. This is a 7-inning ball game, 5-0 Apaches. All right, it's always good to see Coach Hunter, a little jog down to third base coach's box. Like to see that. Saw him before the ball game. He asked me what I was going to comment on, and told him I'd comment on what he was wearing and whether he was hustling or not. Coach Abney just going to lollygag down to first base coach's box. I think Coach Abney's got the sleeves on today. Coach Hunter doesn't have the sleeves on. He's got the short sleeve pullover, and a little T-shirt under the pullover. 7-8, and I'm sorry. Yeah, it is 7-8. And this is Bryce Coveney, struck out swinging his first time up. 7, 8, and 9 for the Apaches. She's going to show bunt, pull back, 2-0. Coveney, 313 average on the year. He's got 1 double, 4 RBI. .20 pitch. Going to miss low. 3 balls and no strikes. Cole Shinsky has walked just 1 and struck out 3 Apaches. Started the inning with 64 pitches. You've had some activity in that Aggie bullpen. A right-hander's been tossing for over an inning now, so he's ready if needed. 3-0 pitch gets away from the catcher. Doesn't know where the ball is. Coveney is going to hold it first, though. Second walk of the game for Shinsky. Leadoff runner aboard for the third time in 4 innings for the Apaches. And here's Cade Watson.
Number 7, Cade Watson.
Watson reached on an error his first time up. Cade Watson, 306 on the year. 3 doubles, a triple. I'm sorry. Cade Watson has 3 triples. 1 homer, 13 RBI. Does not have a double. It's a little strange stat line for Cade. Not many times you're going to have 3 triples and no doubles for a catcher. 1-0 pitch. There's a bunt and going to trickle behind home plate. We're at the 8th spot in the Apache lineup. Seth Ballinger waits on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cade Watson. Kolshinsky still on the mound for the Aggies from Murray State. 6'5" left-hander from Butler, Pennsylvania. 1-1 pitch. There's the bunt. Shinsky will field it, wheel, and throw, and got him. So sacrifice does its job. And that will bring up Seth Ballinger.
Now batting, left fielder, number 8, Seth Ballinger.
Here's Ballinger, singled his first time up. Boy, takes a hack. It was a Tommy Hawk swing. That ball was up under his chin. Somehow fouled it off. Strike 1. Coveney out at second base with 1 away. Watson just bunted him over. Another left-on-left matchup here. Ballinger versus Shinsky. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ballinger, 340 average on the year. A double, 2 triples, no homers, 14 RBI. 1-1 pitch. Well hit ball. And actually going to drift over into the gap. Lopez catches it. Wasn't quite as deep as I thought. The wind actually probably drove that down a bit. So it goes F9. Coveney holds at second base. And back to the top of the lineup we go. Ty Meisner reached on an error by the first baseman back in the first inning. Walked and scored in the third. 0 for 1 on the day for Ty Meisner. .287 average on the year for Meisner. 3 doubles, a homer, and 20 RBI. $5-0 Apaches. We're in the bottom of the 4th of a 7-inning game. Opener of a doubleheader here at Mike Carter today. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Apaches scored 4 runs in their half of the 3rd inning. 2 outs here in the 4th. Coveney out at second. Little fly ball outside the fence on the right field side. How to play. 0-2. Two outs. Coveney at second. Here's the pitch. Boy, he just reached out and stays alive. There's what the bigger strike zone will do to you. You can't take a chance on Mr. Umpire calling that a strike, so you got to take a whack at it. Meisner does. And it's still 0-2. Coach Rubenthal bringing the balls out here. I can see that. Got the hoodie on today. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. 2 away. Apaches have a runner at second base. Starting pitcher Cole Shinsky. The pitch. Misses on the curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Five and 1 for the Apaches. 0-1-2 for Murray State. Murray State just a few days from starting their conference schedule. Inside gets away. It's a wild pitch. And Coveney will go to third base. Murray State starts, they have a 4-game series with Northern Oklahoma at Tonkawa. 2 games on Thursday and 2 on Saturday. So they'll play a 4-game series to start their conference play this week. They are 15-12 overall. Next pitch is in the dirt. If you look at their conference, Northern Oklahoma College from Tonkawa is 25-5. Western Oklahoma State College 23-6. Northern Oklahoma Enid is 16-7. Murray State 15-12. Carl Albert 13-7, and that ball's fouled down the third base line. We'll do it again with a full count. Redlands Community College 6-12 as they start conference play this week among those 6 teams. So Murray State going to jump right into the action against the top team in their conference this week. The Apaches have a pretty good wait until they play Coastal. There's a ground ball to short, and this is Norris. Good play there. 6-3 ends the inning. So the Apaches get a runner on. They get him all the way to third, but strand him. We'll head to the 5th inning. This is only a 7 here in the opener. It's 5-0 Tyler. Seven, 8, and 9 for Murray State. We go to the 5th inning. This is a 7-inning opener here. Doubleheader day at the ballpark. This is Wyatt Marr for the 2nd time. Struck out swinging his first time up. Wyatt Marr, 273 batter on the season. Couple of doubles, 3 homers, 16 RBI. Grigsby's first pitch, called a strike, fastball. That was pitch number 63 for Christian Grigsby. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch off the plate. 1-1. We've had that right-hander down in that bullpen for quite a while now. He's throwing a ball game down there. Actually, you got 2 guys playing catch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. looks like Bryce Tucker is one of those relief pitchers tossing. 25. 15 might be the other one. Marcus Hampton. 1-2 pitch fouled off. That's into the parking lot. Count remains 1-2. Grigsby has struck out 4 Aggies and walked 1. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 5. And that's the second strikeout of the ball game for Wyatt Marr. Here's right fielder Chris Lopez. He flew out to right field his first time up. Lopez, .338 average on the year. Leads the team with 10 doubles, a triple, 2 homers. And second on the team with 28 RBI. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody away. Top of the 5th. Opening ball game of a doubleheader. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. It's going to miss low. 2 balls and 1 strike. High chopper. Go off the brick and down into the left field corner. 2-2 on Lopez. Grigsby, his 5th inning of work. Just struck out his 5th batter. Gonna go from the windup. 2-2 pitch called, strike 3, and he struck out back-to-back hitters here in the 5th. Lopez did not like the call, and he'll walk back to the dugout shaking his head. Two outs and nobody aboard. Here's Cody Norris. Well hit ball to center. Johnson right on it. Makes the catch. It's a quick 5th inning. L8 if you're scoring at the house. And Norris is out. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. The score remains Tyler Junior College 5 and Murray State College 0. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 for the Apaches. Hood, Owen, and Morissette scheduled to hit for the guys wearing the black jerseys today. The white outline Apaches on the front. First pitch misses low, ball 1. New pitcher for the Aggies, Bryce Tucker now on. The freshman from McAlester, Oklahoma, will take over for Shinsky here. High chopper to third. This is Brandon. Throws across, 1 out. So Bryce Tucker, 5'9", 160. Freshman from McAlester, Oklahoma. Now on the mound for Murray State. For Tucker, outing number 5 of the year. 0-0 with a 16.20 ERA. 3 1/3 innings pitched. 1 strikeout, 3 walks for the freshman from McAlester, Oklahoma, Bryce Tucker. First pitch to Eric Owen is low, ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Opener today is just a 7-inning ball game, so we are deep into this one. This is low. 2-0. .2-0 pitch from Tucker, and he hit him. Owen just turned in. And Owen aboard with 1 out. Here's Mike Morissette. Morissette 0 for 1. Deep fly ball to right his last time up. Drove in a run. Bases were loaded. Morissette drove one to the warning track. And first pitch swing, and he fouls it into the Aggie bullpen. Looks like we got a new right fielder for the Aggies. Let me know if we got a number on that guy. So the right fielder was Chris Lopez. I do not think that's Lopez in right now. So we're going to have to see if we can figure out. There goes the runner. No way. That's a stolen base. As Owen used that hop, skip, and a jump, easily stealing. And with an 0-2 count on Morissette. For Owen, that's stolen base number 22 of the year. That leads the club. Next closest is Cade Watson with 9. 0-2 pitch, another foul ball off to the left side. That's out of play, and we'll never see that ball again. It's into the maintenance center right next to the ballpark. I don't know if they still do this, but they used to just dump a bucket of waterlogged balls over the fence about once a month. Because I think they just get bombarded over there on game days. So, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Morissette called out on strikes for the 2nd time today. First strikeout for Bryce Tucker. And 4th strikeout of the day for Aggie pitching. Here's Miguel Vega for the 3rd time. Vega, a big 2 RBI single to left his last time up. Grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 2. Well, always would like to add on here. First pitch in there, strike 1. Well, I do know Lopez got called out on strikes, and he had words with Coach Borling as he went to the dugout. Didn't like the call. He has been removed from the game, so there's a new right fielder. We may not figure out who that is if that spot does not come back in. We'll have to see if we can get his number as he comes into the dugout. No balls and 2 strikes as Tucker works ahead of Miguel Vega. Checks the runner. Fly ball center field. This should end the inning. Octavio, plenty of room out there camping, makes the catch. The Apaches get a runner on, but they strand him at 2nd. We'll head to the 6th inning. We're getting late in this one. It's a 7-inning opener today, doubleheader day at the ballpark. Score remains Apaches 5 and the Aggies 0. That was Octavio grounding out to Mike Morissette to lead off the 6th inning. 3U if you're scoring at the house, and there's 1 up and 1 down. Top of the lineup, Octavio, Brinkley, and Garrett scheduled to hit for the Aggies. Couple of lefties, and then Garrett the righty. Christian Grigsby, 75 pitches now on the day. We're in the 6th inning. Pretty fishing outing for Grigsby. His biggest pitch total was the 1st inning through 19, 13, 12, 18, and 11. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Brinkley 0 for 1 with a walk. Octavio now 0 for 3 on the day. Big deep breath by Grigsby. 1-1 pitch off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch fouled off. It went right off the foot of Brinkley, and he crumbles down in a heap. Five and 1 for the Apaches. 0-1 and 2 for the Aggies from Murray State. Brinkley, the 2-hitter, is up with 1 out here in the top of inning number 6. Opening game of the double dip is a 7-inning affair. So Aggies down to their last 5 outs. They're trailed by 5 runs. 5-0 Apaches. 2-2 count now on Mason Brinkley. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Grigsby. 2 away in the 6th. Here's Austin Garrett now for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error, flew out to right field. Garrett, the sophomore from Tuttle, Oklahoma, takes ball 1. Grigsby, you don't have nobody throwing in the Apache bullpen, so for now it's going to be Grigsby's ball game. That pitch misses low, and Watson takes off his helmet. The mask got knocked off. His catchers take a beating back there. Two balls, no strikes. 2 away. Nobody on. Called a strike. 2-1. Pop up out of play back over our heads. And it's 2-1. Just must have got over the covered area. We get a covered hitting or covered area right behind home plate. Some covered chair backs and bleacher seating on both sides of this ballpark. Seats about 4,000 here at Mike Carter. 2-2 pitch. Well hit, high and deep, but way foul. And that's another ball that's gone forever into the maintenance area. Next door to the ballpark here. Deuces Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Apaches lead 5-0. Top of the 6th. Fastball off the plate. Watson held it for a moment just in case. Ball was way outside. Right where Watson called for it. It's a full count on Austin Garrett. 3-2 pitch. Look out! Good gracious. That's right off the post in the Aggie dugout. That's one of the things that as nice a ballpark as this is, home plate is so close to both dugouts, you just have to be heads up all the time. I mean, there's no chance to react there. And we'll go back at it, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Another pop-up. That's out of play, and it's going to go into the bleachers. On the right side of the field, first base side. Count remains 3-2. Grigsby trying to work his way through this sixth inning. Now you do have somebody throwing in that Apache bullpen. You got a right-hander up tossing. Ball 4. Well, a 2-out walk, and
Catcher, number 16, Jake Gray.
that may have sealed the fate of Grigsby's ability to throw the complete game here. You do have somebody throwing. We'll see how quickly he can navigate the rest of this inning. Here's Jake Gray, the catcher. 1 for 2, single to left field his last time up. Struck out back in the first inning. Gray, the sophomore from Sibley, Louisiana. LSU Shreveport transfer. No balls, 1 strike. It might be Mitchell Lee down there throwing. It is Lee tossing. Just in case Mr. Grigsby doesn't finish this ball game. Quickly 0-2 on Jake Gray. Grigsby from the set. Get that right leg kind of closed off the home plate. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strikeout number 8 for Christian Grigsby. And that'll be it for the Aggies here in the 6th inning. They get a 2-out walk. A couple of strikeouts by Christian Grigsby. That might be all for him. Not sure on that one. We'll keep an eye on that. But we will head to the bottom of inning number 6. Your score remains the Apaches 5 and the Aggies 0. Well, there goes Coach Hunter. Little hop in his step. Like to see that. Coach Abney still hadn't come out of the dugout yet.
Now batting, center fielder, number 20, Jake Johnson.
Yeah, he's down there talking to someone at the gate. That's what's going on. He's already out of the dugout, but he's not at his post at the moment. First pitch is in there. Strike 1 to Jacob Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. Infield single, grounded into a double play to end the 3rd inning. 0-1. Ground ball to short. Norris in the hole. Backhands, throws across. 1 out. Nice play there by Cody Norris. Here's Bryce Coveney now for the 3rd time today. Bryce has struck out swinging and walked.
Now batting, number 13, shortstop, Bryce Coveney.
Mr. Umpire's telling one of their assistant coaches to quit talking to Tim Hunter. Get in the dugout. Coach Hunter is kind of looking like, okay, I don't know what the problem was, but 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2 on Bryce Coveney. Apaches lead 5-0 here. Bottom of the 6th. The opening game, 7 innings. So the Aggies got 3 outs to get 5 runs. Little nubber to first base. This is Wyatt Marr. He'll flip it over. Boy, nonchalant there. Bryce Tucker kind of took his time getting over there, and they get the out. 3-1 if you're scoring at the house. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the catcher, Cade Watson. Watson reached on an error in the 2nd inning and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. 0 for 1 officially. Time called now, and they're going to check the ball. Make sure it didn't get cut. And normally that's going to be Mr. Home Plate umpire's job there, but been a couple of times today he has not been all aware of things. Called a strike. We checked a check swing at first base on a left-handed batter earlier in the game, so it happens. Nobody's perfect. That ball just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cade Watson, batting 8th for the Apaches here in Game 1. Bryce Tucker came on in the 5th inning. Catches the outside corner. 1-2. Boy, if I was pitching today, I think I'd live out there. Mr. Umpire really giving the outside pitch, and now Watson steps up on the plate and just misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's one of the options you got, is to scoot up, because he's going to call that pitch away. And Watson's a catcher. He knows darn well Mr. Umpire's going off the plate outside today. 2-2 pitch. 1 hopper to Norris at short. Throws to first. Pretty good pick over there by Marr. It's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Bryce Tucker. We'll head to the 7th. This is going to be it. The Murray State Aggies need 5 runs to tie and 6 to take the lead. Back with the 7th inning. It's 5-0 Apaches. All right, the Apaches have gone to their bullpen for the very first time today. It'll be the right-hander, Mitchell Lee, coming in for the men in black. 6'5" and 240, right-hand sophomore from Orange, Texas, Little Cypress, Mauriceville High School. Mitchell Lee, outing number 11 of the year. He has started 1 game. He's 1-2 with a 2.12 ERA, 17 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts to just 8 walks. For the sophomore from Orange, Texas, Mitchell Lee. Really good outing for Christian Grigsby. Grigsby goes 6 complete innings, gives up 1 hit, no runs. Strikes out 8 Aggies and walks 2. So a solid performance from starting pitcher Christian Grigsby, who's in line for his 3rd win of the season. Leading off for the Aggies, 3rd baseman Jonathan Brandon. And this is not, yeah, it is. Okay. First pitch misses. It's 1-0. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon walked in the second inning and hit into a fielder's choice. Back to the pitcher in the fourth. 0 for 1. Misses inside just a bit. And it's 2 balls and a strike. 5, 6, and 7 for the Aggies. They need base runners. Lee, that sidewinder delivery. The 2-1. Outside corner, 2-2. Well, I love the pace that Lee throws at. He has that ball and he's ready to go. Ground ball right side. Owen takes the big hop, throws to first, got him. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house. There's 1 away in the 7th. This is Matt McElwain now for the 3rd time. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. Grounded into a 6-4 to end the 4th. So he's 0 for 1. Final inning of a 7-inning opener. Double header day at the ballpark. Take about a 30-minute break. Cut that stream off. And we'll come back on the air. About 30 minutes from the end of this one. Next pitch is in there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Lee working at a really quick pace, the 1-1. Check swing. Thought he might have gone. Going to check it here. He did go. I thought he went. It's 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. 1-2, one out in the inning. McElwain at the plate. Left fielder for the Aggies. Fouled off. Well, you better be hacking here. This count remains 1-2. 5-5-1 for the Tyler Apaches. 0-1-2. The lone hit, a single by Jake Gray back in the 4th inning. Foul ball off to the right side, out of play. Count remains 1-2. Well, Doc is in the house. I see Eddie McGuire. I think I see Captain Chuck Smith down there. Maybe not. There's a tapper to short. Coveney up with it, fires across, 2 outs. Kind of off the end of the bat by McElwain, and Coveney had to come in and get that ball, and he did so cleanly. Made a good throw, 2 up, 2 down. Down to your last out. This is Wyatt Marr, the first baseman. He has struck out twice. Mitchell Lee trying to close it up. This would not be a save situation for Lee. 5-0 lead. First pitch in there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Off the plate, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 7th, 5-0 Apaches. 7-inning affair here in the opener of the doubleheader. That pitch is called a strike, and now you're down to your last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Lee finishes the game with a punctuation mark. His first strikeout of the game. The 9th strikeout for Tyler pitching of the Aggie batters. And that'll do it. Your final line score. Tyler Junior College, 5 runs on 5 hits. They commit 1 error. The Aggies from Murray State, no runs. Just 1 hit and 2 errors. for Murray State. Offensively, let's pull up the box scores and see. Again, the only base hit for Murray State in this one was a single by Jake Gray back in the fourth. So great job by Christian Grigsby and Mitchell Lee. They combined for a one-hit shutout. They struck out 9 Murray State batters. Offensively for the Apaches, let's see here if anyone got more than one hit. They had 5 hits on the day, but no Apache got more than one hit. Ballinger 1 for 2 in the 9 spot. Vega had a big 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning, and that was the big inning in the ball game. The Apaches did get 1 run in the 2nd inning. Infield single by Johnson, and he ends up scoring on a ground ball by Watson. So it was 1-0 Apaches, but they put 4 runs on the board in the 3rd inning, and they got hits by, let's see who. Leadoff hit by Ballinger, a single by Hood, a single by Owen, sac fly by Morissette, 2 RBI, single by Vega, and it was 5-0 at that point. That's all the Apaches would need the rest of the way. Final line score, 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for Tyler. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Murray State. Losing pitcher will be Cole Shinsky. His record will drop to 2-3 on the year. Winning pitcher will be Christian Grigsby. His record will go to 3-0 on the season. The loss will take the Aggies' record to 15-13 on the season, and this win will elevate the Apaches' record to 26-6 on the season. So we'll take about a 30-minute break and come back and crank up that live stream on the YouTube channel. So for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, that includes Captain Chuck Smith, the athletic director, Miss Kelsey Weeks, the assistant athletic director, administrative assistant, Miss Sherry Hardwood. Appreciate all the help up here in the press box. Keep me on my P's and Q's. This is Dr. John Gross signing off for about 30 minutes. We'll be back on the air in a few. The Apaches win the opener 5-0. So long, everybody.